Africa. My name is Kwena Malota, and today I'm coming to you live from Mangaung in the beautiful province of the Free State, where today we continue with our Rescue South Africa tour. DA Federal Leader John Steenhuisen is going across the country, spreading a message of hope from your province to your municipality to your community. We can rescue South Africa, and that is why we are here today. As you can see, we have hundreds of DA supporters here and thousands inside the hall that are excited to hear DA Federal Leader John Steenhuisen's Rescue South Africa message. Now, we can end load shedding, we can end job shedding, we can end water shedding, but only if we elect a government that works for all its people. And we can do that by voting for the DA on the 29th of May. Now, if you're unsure about where to vote, or if you need to apply for a special vote, you can go to wheretovote.da.org.za and we will help you. But remember that special vote applications close on the 3rd of May, so don't delay. And if you need more information on what the DA will bring to your community, to your province, you can go to rescuesa.org.za and download our 2024 Rescue South Africa manifesto. So please stay tuned. We are going to have an amazing lineup. We'll have speeches from DA Federal Leader John Steenhuisen and many more, as well as an awesome lineup of artists, as well as the singing of our recently launched Rescue South Africa anthem. So please stay tuned, like and share this broadcast with your friends and family. Make sure that they don't miss out, and keep up with the conversation using the hashtag Rescue South Africa and hashtag Rescue SA Tour. But now I'm joined by the man of the moment, the man that's fighting to rescue the Free State, the premier candidate here, Jankielsohn. Roy, how does it feel to be here today inside your province as we continue with this Rescue South Africa tour?
It's wonderful. The atmosphere here in Bloemfontein is electric. It's a wonderful evening, and we're very excited to have our federal leader, John Steenhuisen, here in the province with us. It all here is packed behind us with DA supporters. They've come from all over the province to come and listen to the federal leader, to listen to our message of hope to rescue the Free State.
Now, Roy, politics is a tough job. It's a demanding one. What gets you up from bed every morning to say, let me go and fight to rescue South Africa and rescue the Free State?
The people behind me are the reason I get up in the morning. They deserve a better future. They deserve the hope that the BA can bring the Free State.
Okay. And, you know, do you believe that we actually can rescue the Free State, or is it too late?
It's never too late to start this mission to rescue the Free State. We have a plan of action to do it. We have a ready-to-govern document that is well researched. I've traveled to DA governments, taken the best practices there, put them into our document, which is unique for the Free State. We have a unique recipe which is owned to the Free State, and we're ready to rescue this province.
Now, I want to hear more about this recipe. What will your main priorities be when you become premier after this election?
Well, the first thing we need to do is to make sure that the team that's going to rescue the Free State in the provincial administration is capable, they have the necessary skills to do the job. And then we can tackle the issues of fixing our economy, fixing our roads network, fixing education, fixing healthcare in the province.
Okay. And Roy, what would your final message be to the viewers at home watching today? What can they do to get behind the DA's mission to rescue South Africa?
I want the people of the Free State to be as excited as these DA supporters are behind us, and those people in the all behind. They must believe, like these people believe, that the Free State can be rescued, and it will be rescued by the Democratic Alliance.
Roy, thank you so much. You heard it here, that we can rescue the Free State, we can rescue South Africa. And as you can see behind me, the energy is absolutely amazing. People are excited to rescue South Africa, and let me tell you, the energy in the hall is 1,000 times better. So for now, we're going to cross over to the stage so that you can experience what's going on in the hall. Thank you.
30 years, the ANC is set to lose its majority.
Opposition parties have united as the multi-party charter for South Africa.
A strong democratic alliance with a proven track record
can anchor a new government that serves the people.
But a new government that works is only possible if you vote for it. Let's unite and rescue South Africa. Vote DA.
Changing the minds of pretenders, or chasing the clouds away. Let's go the bass. Our hearts are ringing in the key that our soul was singing as we dance through the night to remember this love song the heart away. And I said, do you remember? Even on a cloudy day, yeah. And I said, said do you remember? Dancing in September, even on a cloudy day. Our hearts are ringing. Song was singing as we dance through the night to remember this love stole the heart away. Yeah, 1, 2, and I said, said do you remember? Dancing in September. Sorry about that. Man's kicking too hard. Let's break it down. Thank you so much. So I'm just gonna fix his drum. All right, this is a song to get us very patriotic. We wrote it, we combined a whole bunch of South African and African-inspired songs. Starting off, and it's called Hakuna Matata. And that's what we want for our country, eh? No worries. Hakuna Matata, what a wonderful phrase. Hakuna Matata, yeah, ain't no passing craze. Make some noise, It means no worries for the rest of your days. It's our problem-free philosophy, that's it. Hakuna Matata. Baba, yeah. Na Chingonya Baba Giti Baba. Are you ready? Na Chingonya Baba Giti Baba. What a wonderful phrase. Hakuna Matata, ain't no passing craze. It means no worries for the rest of your days. It's our problem-free philosophy. Na Singonya Baba Gitsi Baba. Yeah, yeah. It means no worries for the rest of your days. Problem-free philosophy. I've been walking down that long, long road. A man who seeks immortal gold. Somebody told him there's a place to go. You can see the sun and see a miracle like clarity. Hope fills the cradle of humanity. Because the lion roars beyond our sight. Stars light up most every sky. Africa, the only place you find. Hakuna Matata, what a wonderful phrase. Let's go. Hakuna Matata, ain't no passing craze. It means no worries for the rest of your days. It's our philosophy. Hakuna. It means no worries for the rest of your days. It's a problem-free. We got a part coming. I want you all to sing along. You all know it. It's in our anthem. Sounds a call to come together, and united we shall stand. Let us live and strive for freedom. It's South Africa. Come on, of your days. It's our problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata. Yeah. All right, this next song's also very special. It's in our hometown language, isiZulu. I'm sure you all know it. Thank you so much. Mbongeni, we'll see you at the end. God bless you.
Wow, Democrats. I have goosebumps. Dumelang. Goeienaand. Good evening. Welkom aan almal van die noorde van die Vrystaat, van die weste van die Vrystaat, van die suide van die Vrystaat, van die ooste van die Vrystaat, and Mangaung. Democrats, we are here to rescue South Africa. And if I look at you, I know we're going to do it. And it's going to be my honor tonight to introduce someone who is going to assist us with rescuing South Africa. ons hoofsweep in die parlement. And it is my honor, my privilege to ask Siviwe Kwagube to
Hoi,
come and
hoi,
address us.
Siviwe Kwagube, hoi, hoi. Shoo. Ayeye, Chifipa, ayeye. Viva Siviwe Kwagube, viva. Aibo, asabe silent. Oza, aibo, asabe sis. Asabe sis. Asabe sis. Asabe. Oza die. Asishoye. Yelingilanga. Supata. Yelingilanga. Yelingilanga. Supata. Yelingilanga. Supata. Tata!
Viva DA, viva! Viva Free State, viva! Pagama, Lloyd Jankielsohn, pagama! Ngena DA, ngena! Dumelang, molweni, goeienaand. It is so good to be with you tonight. It is so good to see the DA machine out in its numbers this evening, but it's also so good to see you and the work that you are doing across this province. From Mangaung to Kroonstad, from Welkom to Kwakwa, everybody is here wanting to be on the mission to rescue South Africa. Democrats, if you told anyone 5 years ago that there is a possibility that the DA could be the biggest party in the Free State come 2024, many people would have laughed at you. Little did they know what would happen 5 years later. And so while the ANC crumbles, the DA is growing, Agir. While Ace Makhaye and his friends have broken the province, the DA will rebuild again. While the comrades of the ANC have stolen Chelete Yabatu Basa Free State, the DA will make sure that there's enough money for basic services. We want to say to the ANC that they must understand that we are big enough, we are good enough, and we've got the right people. Democrats, however, we need to rescue not only the Free State, but we need to rescue South Africa. And let me tell you why. 30 million South Africans, Democrats, are living in poverty. That means tonight alone, there will be families who will go to bed hungry. There will be children tomorrow morning who will go to school on an empty stomach. Batho ba lapile. Batho ba Brandford, Komasilonyane municipality are still forced to this day in 2024 to share drinking water with animals. Municipalities across this province cannot provide clean drinking water because no infrastructure has been done in many years and the money has been stolen. Batho ba kgatetse ANC and its empty promises. Mawaphume amasela, mawaphume. Mawaphume amasela, mawaphume. Democrats, tomorrow morning only, 70% of young people in South Africa will wake up without a job. That is 7 out of 10 young people will have no job to speak of. These are doctors, these are lawyers, these are teachers, these are nurses, so many of whom spent their last cents going to school, but today they sit at home without a job. And this is why it is important to say we must rescue this country. It is also important to rescue this country, Democrats, because this government is killing children at an alarming rate, either through poverty or through its uncaring deeds at schools, at places where they ought to learn. Just last week, a 3-year-old child, Unecebo, from Mbongeni in the Eastern Cape, drowned in a pit toilet. His parents, on this Friday, will be burying their 3-year-old son. No parent should ever have to go through something like that. Democrats ek is baie hartseer. Unecebo was 'n kind met 'n blink toekoms voor hom. En nou die blink toekoms vernietig. And that, Democrats, is why our country is in desperate need of rescuing. We are saying, as South Africans, enough is enough. We are saying we are taking back our country from the clutches of the dying ANC. We are saying, genoeg is genoeg. We are saying, kwanele. We are going to every single metropolitan in South Africa to tell the people of this country not only of how we're going to rescue their metropolitan, but how we managed to rescue Cape Town from the clutches of an ANC government. We did this in 2006, and today the city has the lowest unemployment rate in South Africa. In the Western Cape, children do not walk kilometers to get to school. In the Western Cape, there are no pit toilets at school. This did not happen by accident, Democrats. It happened because of a DA government that committed itself to serving and not to serving their own pockets. But we can do this here too. But we cannot do it without you. We cannot do it if you, your family, your friends, your loved ones, if everybody doesn't come out to vote on election day, we cannot do this without you. Democrats, I do want to say, South Africa is not a poor country, it is simply poorly led. Ndifuna ukuthi kumama wasevelcom uncedo luyeza nakuwe. Ndifuna ukuthi kumntu omtsha waseThabantu uncedo luyeza nakuwe. Ndifuna ukuthi kumzali wasebothubelo uncedo selufikile in 36 days time. I know it is difficult to have hope when our country is in such a terrible state, but it is up to each and every one of us. When they tell you that your vote does not count, you must tell them, "Uba ulishanu, my vote matters, and on the 29th of May, kiko votela DA. Ngenisa Lloyd Jankielsohn as the premier on the 29th of May." And Democrats, lastly, I want to say, your vote is the difference between dry taps and clean running water. The difference between ugesi and a dark home. The difference between a crime-ridden community and a safe community. And so it is up to you on the 29th of May to bring everybody, sihambe siyovotela iDA, siyothi mawaphume amasela, mawaphume. Mayingene iDA, mayingene. Phatha Lloyd Jankielsohn, phatha. Viva DA, viva. Vorentoe, DA, vorentoe. Viva.
Halala Saviwe, halala. Democrats, we are going to save and rescue South Africa. Maar ons gaan ook die Vrystaat red. Die Vrystaat kan nie so aangaan nie. And we have a candidate to stand as our premier wat die dinge gaan regryk. And it's my groot voorreg, a great honor and privilege to invite someone who I've known for many, many years, wat al diep spore in die politiek in die Vrystaat getrap het. ons premierskandidaat, our premier candidate, Lloyd Jankielsohn.
Viva DA, viva! Dumelang bome bontate. Dit is so lekker om leier te wees in die Vrystaat van 'n blou span soos hierdie. Ek was in die blou skool in Kroonstad jare terug en ek het nooit gedink dat ek ook so 'n blou span sal hê en dat ek so voor julle kan staan as die premierkandidaat van die Vrystaat en is wonderlik om mense vanuit die hele Vrystaat hier te sien. As I was walking outside, I saw people from Botawil. There are people from Zamdela. There are people from Botlekong and Bethlehem. There are people from Welkom. Down in the south, Koffiefontein. And across the Free State, people have come here this evening to listen to our message of hope. And I want to thank you, each one of you, who've sacrificed your evening to come and listen to us tonight and to listen to our message of hope. And I also want to thank our staff members in our provincial office and our federal head office who made this wonderful event possible this evening. Their attention to detail enables us to do what we're doing tonight, and I want you to give them a round of applause. Viva DA, viva! As I traveled the length and breadth of the Free State, I was on a taxi from Rocklands to Bloemfontein. And there was a young woman, a student, on her way to the university. And she told me the story that she lives off a NSFAS bursary. And her parents and siblings live off a NSFAS bursary. And she told me with tears in her eyes about the stress she experiences of having to support her family with this bursary. And I want to tell her and many of the other young people like her, we hear you. We, the DA, hear you. And as I drive through the streets of Bloemfontein and I see people at our robots begging in order to get money to buy food, I want to tell them, we see you. The Democratic Alliance in the Free State sees you. En daai mense wat slagoffers is van misdaad op ons plase en veediefstal en plaasaanvalle, ons sien julle angs. Ons voel saam met julle daai angs. And that grandmother, we met one this afternoon with our federal leader, who is looking after a young disabled child on a social grant. We see you, we hear you, we appreciate you. And our civil servants who are not getting promotions because there's a cadre policy and a crony policy in place. Hope is on the way because we will recognize you when we are in government. And those criminals out there, I want to tell you, and the corrupt politicians, we are coming for you when we are in government. We're going to nail you and we're going to jail you. But for the last 2 or 3 years, we've regularly visited the Western Cape and other places where we govern. And we've taken the best practices from those governments and put them into a ready-to-govern document in the Free State. We've taken that recipe, we've added our unique spices, and we have something that is unique to this province. And that is the document that we're going to use to rescue the Free State. And the Free State is everything it needs to be a prosperous province. We only have 2.9 million people in this province, fewer people in the whole province than many cities in this country. We have an abundance of mineral resources. We are the food basket of South Africa. We're the central province. If you want to travel from Gauteng to the Western Cape, you travel through the Free State. If you want to go from the Northern Cape to KZN, you travel through the Free State. If you want to go from Northwest to the Eastern Cape, you travel through the Free State. We are the central province. We have an abundance of tourism opportunities. All what we need is a government that will take what we have in the Free State and use it to rescue our people in this province. So I want to tell the people of the Free State, we in the DA hear you. We see your pain. We acknowledge those people who are trying to make a difference. And we will build partnerships when in government with civil society organizations and the public generally to rebuild this province. Because the DA and the Free State have a recipe to do that. We are ready to govern and we are ready to rescue the Free State. The people of the Free State must show us on election day that they want to be rescued, that they want change. And the DA will give them that change that they deserve, that the people of the Free State deserve. Let's go, Free State. Let's go, DA. Let's go, Free State. Let's go, DA. Harry Vrystaat. Harry DA. Thank you, Democrats. You guys are the reason why I'm standing here today. Viva DA, viva!
One more time for Lloyd Jankielsohn. Now, I'm sensing a feeling here. It's a feeling of victory. Do you feel it? Do you feel it? Do you feel it? Do you feel it? I'm sure we all feel a sense of victory. And that sense of victory is something that's going to push us over the finish line, just like Shimlas did last night. So, to get there, to march to where it is that we want to march, to go to where it is that we want to go, Rashota Guijo, we need something to sing. Ons kort iets om te sing. Something that speaks to hope. Something that speaks to wanting to rescue South Africa. Something that speaks to the hopes and dreams of every single South African. So if you feel like you want to rescue South Africa right now, I want you to stand to your feet. I want everybody to stand to their feet and join me as I introduce not only the campaign song, but the phenomenal, the amazing, the talented Lloyd Cele.
Rescue South Africa. Rescue South Africa. Viva Mzansi wetu. We gotta rescue South Africa. Rescue South Africa. Come on, sing it out. Rescue South Africa. Viva Mzansi wetu. We gotta rescue South Africa. Together we stand united. Through struggles Rescue South Africa!
Viva the next president of South Africa, John Steenhuisen, viva! Ngena, Johnny, ngena! Pata, Johnny, pata! Pambili, DI, pambili! Pambili, DI, pambili! Viva John Steenhuisen, viva! Amandla! Pata, Johnny, tata!
Dumelang, Makhaye, goeienaand. Ladies and gentlemen, it's wonderful to be with all of you here in this beautiful province of the Free State. Are you there, Free State? Can I hear you tonight, Free State? And it's wonderful to be back here in the city of roses, where the ANC has been a thorn in the side of the people for far too long. But it's especially fun to be here tonight after the University of the Free State won the Varsity Cup last night. Congratulations to the Shimlas. Viva the Shimlas. En Haak Vrystaat. En Haak Vrystaat. But you know what? I think there's a very serious lesson for us to learn from the victory of the Shimlas last night. And there's a lesson to be learned how that team won over the rivals that were tipped to be the real winners. And the lesson is that when the people in this province put their mind to something, it can happen. And let's be honest, after 30 years of ANC corruption and ANC mismanagement, the odds are stacked heavily against the people of the Free State. Perhaps more than anywhere else in South Africa, the Free State has suffered the most under ANC misrule. It has a strong claim to be the most mismanaged province in the entire country. And similarly, Good Governance Africa recently confirmed that Mangaung, where we are tonight, is the worst run metro in the entire country. And this is despite the fact that Bloemfontein sits at the heart of our beautiful nation. And you know, the people of Mangaung deserve so much more than the misery that the ANC has subjected them to. And so we're here tonight as Democrats to tell the people that we're going to send a very loud message on the 29th of May that enough is enough. You see, this province has got all of the resources that it needs to be a success. It's got a small population, but there's minerals here. There's incredible farmland here. There's important roads and networks here. But it's missing the most important ingredient of all. And you know what that ingredient is? It's a government that works for all of the people in the province. That's what's missing here. We've got all the ingredients except a government that knows how to get the job done. despite all its endowments, all of those things I've said are in the favor of the province, it is the third highest unemployment rate in the world. Sorry, in South Africa. Third highest unemployment rate in the country. That includes people who have given up on work. That means that 44 out of every 100 people in this province do not have a job. And we sat with some of those people today as we visited a number of areas around Mangaung. A mother who said that her son has not worked for 2 years. But I'm sure that is not a unique situation. I'm sure there are people in this hall tonight who are desperate for nothing more than a job so that they can provide for themselves and for their families. And you see, the ANC in this province has reduced the people in this province to grinding poverty. That's all you see when you travel around, grinding poverty. So, instead of being known as the proud seat of our judiciary, as a place of learning and a place of education and cultural wealth, and as the breadbasket of Africa, Bloemfontein has become South Africa's capital of corruption, a capital of infrastructure collapse, and the capital of basic service failure. If you asked me to pick just one place that it epitomized how much we've got to do to rescue South Africa, I would choose Mangaung. In this city, there's now more uncollected refuse than there are roses left. The road network is in disarray. People's taps are running dry. And load shedding never ends for many people in the city. And the infrastructure is collapsing. And just this afternoon, as we were in Heidedal talking to some of the residents there, some of the business owners told us that they are preyed upon daily by criminals. Criminals who operate with impunity. And the one business owner told me today, he owns a butchery, and he says he was held up by gunpoint at 8 a.m. as they opened. And he called the police. And the police didn't come. And they phoned again. And the police didn't come. And eventually when the police arrived, those robbers were long gone and evidence had been moved away. But you know what makes this story unacceptable? Is that the police station is 100 meters down the road. The police station in Heidedal is failing the citizens of Mangaung and this area, and they need to be sorted out because people are tired of criminals and they want a police system that works for them. So if you're a resident from Heidedal, are you here this evening? Can I hear you? I promise you, we're coming back here with Andrew Whitfield, and we're coming back here with Ian Cameron, and we're going to come back here with the provincial leadership, and I'm going to go and visit that police station and find out what is going on there. There's no water in the taps. And the Cognitive report shows that 61% of all of the water here is lost. There's no shortage of water. There's no drought in the Free State. The water's not in your taps because the money that was meant to be spent on the infrastructure has been stolen by the corrupt in this government. They've taken the money that should have ensured that you had electricity and sanitation, and they've spent it on themselves. And that's why you've got municipal managers in this Free State that drive around with Bentleys. They drive around like the Kardashians in Bentleys. On what planet on earth can a municipal manager afford a Bentley? Unless they're getting the money from somewhere else. And I'll tell you where they're getting that money. They're getting it from you. That's where the money's coming from. And the truth is that the ANC has given up on the people of this great province. Maar die mense van die Vrystaat, die mense van die Vrystaat is sterker as dit. En kry jy nie so maklik onder nie. Because even though the ANC has given up on the Free State, The people of this province have not given up on the Free State. And it's why in Clarence, they're working to keep the lights on through their own little energy generation and supply. It's why we've got people fixing the roads. It's why through the installation of neighborhood watches and the whole of society, things are getting prepared and repaired. But it's no thanks to the ANC. They don't care. They care about one thing only, and that is about how much money they can steal from you and how rich they can make themselves. But I'm here tonight to tell you that it doesn't have to be this way. And I want you to just imagine with me. Just imagine with me. Just take a moment to imagine something. Imagine if the people of Bloemfontein, and in fact the whole Free State, had a government that was working for them and not against them. Imagine what this province could achieve with a government that is actually committed to rescuing the Free State. Imagine a government that's committed to liberating the people from poverty, from unemployment, from poor service delivery. Imagine if the people of Botshabelo, Kroonstad, Matjabeng, Sasolburg, and other places had a government that wanted to raise them up instead of pushing them down. And I'm here to tell you tonight that that can happen. It can happen if we elect Lloyd Jankielsohn as the Premier here. It can help if you get us as the DA over the line so that we can get a new government here in the Free State that's going to work for you.
Yes.
That's what we need here, a government that's going to work for you.
Yes.
A government that is on your side, a government that's working with you to grow business, to grow opportunity. And we can do this because we've done it in so many other places. There's going to be many parties that come to you in this election. Daar's 'n lang lys van hierdie partye. En as ek kom en as ek klop op jou deur en sê, jy moet vir ons stem. Ons maak die beloftes. Maar mense moet versigtig wees in hierdie verkiesing. Want dit is baie maklik om so beloftes te maak. Maar jy moet kyk vir 'n party wat het 'n geskiedenis van dienslewering. 'n Party wat doen wat hulle sê. Die party van dienslewering. En daai party is ons party. Dis die blou party, dis die DA. And the thing that makes me so confident that we can do great things together here in the Free State is that the DA and the Free State have a lot in common. We love to beat the odds. We love to beat the odds. And one of the reasons is because we believe in empowering communities to treat local communities, local organization as partners, not as enemies. And we call it the whole of society approach, and we can get it right here. So, our pledge to you in this election is very clear. If you vote for us, we will deliver 2 million jobs. We will end load shedding and water shedding.
Yes.
We will halve the rate of violent crime. We will ensure you have a capable state through the abolishment of cadre deployment. And we know here in the Free State, daai regering is propvol van kaders. Hulle weet nie hoe is die werk te doen nie. Maar hulle sit daar met die vet salaris en sit en hulle speel kaartjies op die rekenaar en hulle doen geen werk vir ons mense nie. Ons is siek en sat van daai kaders. En dit is tyd vir daai kaders 'n boodskap te stuur dat op die 29ste Mei is jy uit jou kantoor en ons sit mense daar wat die werk kan doen. But I'm making the people of Mangaung a commitment tonight. Above and beyond our manifesto, I'm telling the people of Mangaung that if you elect a DA-anchored national government, and we're able to get a DA-anchored provincial government here, one of the first things we do will be to put Mangaung under administration. And when I talk about administration, I don't mean this pity administration that you have currently, because the administration that this government uses now is to get one faction out and the other faction in, so that the other faction is away and the new faction can eat the money. That's not administration. Administration means coming in with bureaucrats and experts that know how to turn a city round. They can get water back in your taps. They can get electricity back in your homes. That can make sure that your roads are fixed and the potholes are repaired. To make sure that your children have a better opportunity with a municipality that's going to work. And if you give us the power, we will put that power back in your hands on the 29th of May. Now let me tell you, there's only one reason that we don't have the Free State moving forward, and that reason is the African National Congress. It is the only reason. They are a party of manipulators. And they're going to come and try and manipulate you in this election. They're going to come, if you don't have a job, they'll make you a promise of a job that you know will never come. They're going to tell our students, we'll provide for your studies. But we know that they're eating the NSFAS money up, and our students are sitting without their fees being paid, hungry in university reses, not getting the money. If you're thirsty, they're going to manipulate you and say they're going to put water in your taps. They will never do it. They've been promising for 30 years. En die mense is nou siek tot hul agtertande van beloftes. Hulle wou dienslewering sien, hulle wou aksie sien en hulle wou 'n verandering sien. En dis nou die tyd om dit reg te kry hier in Mangaung en hier in die Vrystaat. But I say this province is going to be the dark horse province in the election. Because die ANC het 'n groot verrassing wat kom op die 29ste. Want het gehoor in die naweek hoe hulle gelek the leaked tapes from the NEC meeting where they said they don't have polling because they haven't paid their pollsters, so they don't have polls, so they don't know where they're sitting. But I've got some news for them tonight. I don't usually help the ANC, but tonight I'm going to help them. I'm going to tell them where they're sitting in the polls. And here in the Free State, they are sitting at 50%. They've gone from 75% to 50%. And that means we can get them out. We can get them out. If every opposition voter comes out and votes on election day, we can break that majority and we can take this province and put it onto a new path. And I say to you today that the big difference is that the DA has the plans, it has the policies, it's got the track record, but most importantly, it's got the people to get things done. And so I'm going to invite our provincial leadership and our candidates to come and join me on the stage. I want you to see the team that is going to take South Africa forward. Come up, leadership and candidates. I want you to join me here.
Amanda!
inspan. Hierdie is die blou span. Dis my span en dis jou span en dis die Vrystaatse span.
Yes.
So, if you want a big party with a proven track record of getting things done, of job creation, and you need a big party to anchor a strong alternative government in South Africa, then you need to vote for the DA. If you want that same strong anchor party at the heart of a new provincial government to rescue South Africa, you need to vote for the DA. And if you want to get rid of the ANC and keep the radicals on the EFF and the MK out, then you need to vote for the DA. Ons kan dit doen. Ons moet dit doen. En saam sal ons dit doen.
Ja.
Dankie Suid-Afrika.
Halala Johnny, halala. Hoi hoi John, hoi hoi. John, 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 Rosa, 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 John, Rosa. Aye, aye. Family, Free State family. Hak, Vrystaat, hak. Hak, Vrystaat, hak. Gaan, Vrystaat, gaan. Hololo, Free State, hololo.
Hello. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Democrats, people at home, I want to tell you tonight that if you are sitting there worried about your future, if you're worried about whether you're going to get a job, if you're worried about whether your children are getting a decent education at home, if you're worried about how you're going to put food on the table, if you're worried about how you're going to beat the cost of living, if you're worried about where this country is headed, I want to tell you this evening that help is on the way. And the help is coming is the DA. So I want you to join us, because South Africa is a proud nation, and we are all proud South Africans, to join me in singing the anthem that's going to take us all the way to the Union buildings, our beautiful national anthem. God bless you and God bless South Africa. Viva DA, viva!
Viva!
I want you to stay standing, and I want you to join me one more time in introducing the man of the hour to sing our campaign song one more time, Lloyd Cele!
Ah, ayeye, Lloyd, ayeye.
John Steenhuisen. What qualifies the DA to run the country?
Firstly, we do not tolerate corruption. And where the DA governs, life is better. And that is why millions of South Africans are moving to DA governments. We still have much more to do. But in the past year, the Western Cape created over 300,000 new jobs and is working every day to become load shedding free. We can bring this DA difference to the rest of South Africa, but only if you vote for the DA.
What an amazing rescue tour that was. The energy was absolutely electric. We are ready to rescue Free State. But I am now joined by our Chief Whip in Parliament, Seviwe. Seviwe, how does it feel to be here today in the Free State as we continue with our Rescue South Africa tour?
What an amazing, amazing atmosphere. It's been really amazing being in the Free State. But also what has really been amazing is seeing the hunger of the people of the Free State for a new government, for change. It makes me excited. I think we're going to be able to do something magical in the Free State.
Now we just heard Lloyd Cele. I mean, he's singing right now our Rescue South Africa anthem. I'm going to give it a try. Rescue South Africa. Rescue South Africa. This is the part I've been practicing. Viva Mzansi wetu. People at home will let me know whether I'm getting the golden mic or the wooden mic. But why is it so important to have this anthem going into this election?
Because it's important to keep people hopeful, Wena, because I know how difficult it is when you are battling to put food on the table, when you know you don't even have enough money to send your kids to school, when you are even not sure when your next taxi fare is going to come from. I know it's difficult to hope, but I do want to say to the people at home, we can do this, but we can only do this with you. It is within our power to do it. We can rescue this country, but only if we get together and we come out and we vote on the 29th of May.
Now, tell me, why is this rescue tour so important? You've been going around from community to community, province to province. What are you hearing from South Africans? Are they ready for South Africa to be rescued?
Absolutely. People are tired of empty promises. People are tired of having a government that will steal from them. People are tired of being let down. And they just really want the basics. People are not even wanting too much. They just want a government that will work, a government that will deliver basic services, and a government that will work for them. And that's what we're really saying to South Africans. We're saying, lend us your votes for 5 years, not for 30 years, for 5 years. And let's show you what we can do.
Now, you know, what are the DA's priorities going into government, and what would our first 100 days in government look like?
Look, first of all, we've got to firstly make sure that we resolve the energy crisis, because there can be no economy that can grow and create jobs if we don't resolve the energy crisis. Number two, we've got to create jobs. The fact that 7 out of 10 young people don't have work is a crisis. Number three, we've got to pull people out of poverty. The fact that 30 million South Africans are living in poverty is a deep, deep problem. And so we've got to make sure that we also sort out things like water sharing, keep our communities safe, make sure we cut corruption. These things are important to make sure that our country functions.
Now, Seviwe, a lot of people at home are asking themselves, is it actually possible for the ANC to dip below 50%? And we're seeing poll after poll show that this is possible. Do you think that a multi-party charter government is possible after the elections on the 29th of May?
Absolutely. And you know what the beautiful thing is? It is entirely up to you. If you want a multi-party charter government, it is entirely up to you. It is your vote that can do it. If you want the ANC out, it's entirely up to you. Only you can remove it. And so I'm encouraging people to make sure that we vote this government out. It's about time we reclaim back our country.
Thank you you so much. You heard it there, Saviwe. The energy is absolutely amazing inside this building. But I'm now joined by one of our youngest member of parliament in the history of South Africa, Karabo. Karabo, you're a daughter of the Free State. How does it feel to be here today for this Rescue South Africa tour?
It feels absolutely amazing, electric, having grown here as you outlined. I feel like there's absolutely finally hope for the Free State. You know, that life will finally better for people who are growing up in communities that I grew up in, Kwena. That we finally have a premier candidate and a rescue team that cares, that is able, and that will turn things around for the Free State. So I'm happy, I'm excited.
A true daughter of the soil. Now tell me, what are some of the biggest issues that are faced here in Free State, and what would the DA do to turn the Free State around?
The biggest problem facing the Free State is the fact that so many of us are unemployed. Well, last year, 2023 alone, 70,000 more people lost jobs in the Free State. This is in comparison to 300,000 people who had job opportunities, an actual job to put food on the table in the Western Cape. And so, for me, having been here today to hear what it is that we have to offer, and going on to the 29th of May, the only message I can give to young people is to say, if you are tired of not being able to put food on the table, not knowing what your future is going to look like, not knowing what your sister, your brothers, and your family's future is going to look like, the stats are there, right? We only have to look at a 70,000 less jobs versus 300,000 new jobs. And so that's what the DA has to offer, with a proven track record of getting things done. Rescuing the Western Cape, we can rescue the Free State and rescue South Africa.
So 300,000 new jobs, more action, less talk. What do you find so amazing about the Free State? I've been here, it's absolutely beautiful. But what's your favorite part of the Free State? And do you feel like the Free State is worth rescuing? And can it be done?
Yes, Quinn. This. Absolutely. This. The energy. But to Free State to give out. We are sincere. I mean, I've lived somewhere else, and I can tell you for free, you don't get the cheers and the kindness that you get anywhere else, right? And so there's this kindness, this sense of knowing that your pain is my pain, your happiness is my pain, that you get in this province. And so it's only fitting that we rescue this province, because people here go to bed hungry, wake up hungry, without opportunities, but they still hustle. They still go out there sharing love, showing kindness, and an ability to just be people. And so imagine how beautiful life would be if all of us here were employed, if we were not stressed out about what it is that we're going to put on the table, what it is that my sister or my brother is going to be able to wear to go to school to.
Now, Karabo, we need more young people inside the various spheres of government. What is the DA doing to open up doors for more diverse candidates, for more young people such as yourself?
First of all, the youngest member of the National Assembly comes from the DA benches, myself. Our chief whip in the National Assembly in Parliament is the youngest chief whip in South Africa. We have young councillors. We're not gatekeepers of old men and old women who are tired and have absolutely no interest in serving the interest of today and tomorrow. Our benches are youthful, not only in the provincial legislatures, in the National Assembly, in the NCOP, but also in our councils, i.e. yourself, Wayne. We see this, we open opportunities, but we're not just voices. Our manifesto is informed by the ground, by young people who wake up every day with lived experiences of what it is to be a young person without opportunities, with a tomorrow that should be brighter than what it is right now. So that is what the Democratic Alliance is all about. So that's why we are confident to say, come May 29th, we're not going to just vote for a government that has thumb-sucked ideas. We're going to vote for a government that cares, that is capable, that cares about the future of young people, not only in this province, but in South Africa again. That is what the DA is all about.
Thank you, Karabo. Yeah, the youngest MP inside South Africa. Yeah. What would your final message be to the residents of the Free State as we go towards this critical election?
Listen, we are currently in Mangaung. I grew up knowing Bloemfontein and Mangaung to be the city of roses. I can guarantee you there's no rose on any road that I've traveled here today. I grew up in a Welkom that used to be a mining hub. Today when I go home, if I get home after 6 p.m., I can't even take a bath, let alone a shower. I grew up in a community where potholes are the order of the day, where job opportunities are just a mere appetizer, conversation appetizer. And so my final message to young people and Free Staters out there is that genoeg is genoeg. Ons kan nie meer hê dat die standaard moet so wees nie. As jy nou tired is van status quo, dan moet ons almal nou uitgaan om te stem vir 'n regering wat kan, 'n regering wat het gewys het dat dit kan, 'n regering wat omgee. Ke ka ho nna ke le twadi ya Maafrika ngwanana Mosotho ke re ke kgathetse ke tshotleho, ke kgathetse ke maemo a hana jwale, ke kgathetse ke batho ba utswang tšhelete. Ha re eng re lo voutela phetoho, nna ke lo e voutela, mme ntle le wena nke ke be ka etsa letho.
Karabo, thank you so much. And you've heard it here. Genoeg is genoeg. Enough is enough. What an amazing rescue tour this has been. You can feel that people are tired of ANC corruption, of water shedding, of job shedding. It's not just showing up in the polls. It's showing up here on the ground with the people where we are. And so if you want to tune in as we continue with this amazing cross-country rescue tour, please follow our social media accounts and keep up to date, because we will be coming to your province, we will be coming to a municipality, we will be coming to a community, because we can rescue South Africa. So thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Kwena Maloto, and keep the faith, South Africa. We are the ones we've been waiting for.
In 2006, the Democratic Alliance won Cape Town by just 1 seat.
With just 42 votes, he recently won Mbongeni.
Because people voted for change.
DA-run Midvaal is now the best-run municipality in Gauteng.
And a new story was written for the Western Cape when people voted DA.
But if you want a new government that works, then you have to vote for it.
In this election, every single vote will count. Your vote can rescue South Africa. Vote DA.
Thanks for watching. All across our beautiful country, people are joining forces to elect the new government that can rescue South Africa. Like and follow us on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Please share our videos with friends and family. Let's rescue South Africa. Vote DA.